hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Please like, subscribe, and follow right here to be informed when we are doing our next initiative or anytime any of our videos drop. Not just for the initiative for Antarctic Press, but other things that we talk about during the week when we go live every other day on TikTok and Facebook. Eventually, we will be going live on YouTube on a regular basis as well. So, without further ado, we are here to talk about Tomorrow Girl. We are going to do a two-part special, 14 and 15. Yes, 14 and 15 books are here. Now, with that being said, this is the continuation with section 12. 15 ends the sequential run with section 12. Number 14, she is betrayed by section 12. And then the return to Quagmire is number 15. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Tomorrow Girl number 14 with Ben Dunn cover. Right there, right there. Number 14. Yes, sirree, Bob. Again, you got this is the Superverse. This is number 14, volume 1, July of 2025. So, July just came to an end. As of yesterday, we are now in August. Wow. Year's almost over, isn't it? So, you got Miss Fire is Fire and Heidi Who is their little names on this little inside insert page. All right. So, we know that they're looking for her in the Section 12 world in Washington, D.C., 1994. So, she's moved over from her manga style look to more of a comic book style look. And of course, the tanks and stuff are trained in on her, and she is getting fired upon. Section 12 is also here firing the tanks at her, and they keep shooting at her, but nothing is happening. Um, I smell chocolate and a trap. Your plan worked, Batterson. Yes, the fake bank heist flushed her out. I still don't know why we used my cocoa mix. So no one gets hurt, and chocolate makes everything more fun. It sure does, as she puts the chocolate on him and he's coughing it up right there. So they're firing on her. She's taking the hits. Nothing's happening until this other girl gets involved. Let's see what you've got tomorrow, girl. Bring it. And she says, I can't keep it up. A Sue Storm type of a reaction right here. I can't keep this up much longer with her invisible shield. I just hope she actually breathes. And so, right there, things are falling apart for Section 12. And she ends up blasting because she feels like she killed a human. And so she is now becoming afraid. And so the little bat creature is able to do his thing. So she is kind of like a rogue character. She's absorbing Tomorrow Girl's power. And then all of a sudden, she lets it go. She has to. She can't hold it in. But very good stuff so far. Tomorrow Girl wakes up in basically a room, a cell. talking about a headache that should go away sooner. At least that's what they tell me. And Misfire is an energy vampire, is what she calls herself, or what they call her. She's kind of like an energy vampire, she said. Your name is Misfire? Did you lose a bet? It was a nickname I picked up in the Olympics for a failed dismount. And they kept it in section 12 because they thought it fit her personality with her powers. Let's see here. Making sure. Yesterday I was home. And this is when she was fighting the creatures that we saw in number 13, I believe. 12 or 13. And then how she was teleported to the Section 12 world in 1994. Playtime is over, ladies. Come with me. Stand in wants to see you. So they're going to see the boss lady. Or boss man, whichever. And now they're becoming best friends. Tomorrow Girl's calling her her bestie. And she goes, bestie? They basically haven't heard any of that stuff before. So there's some pages that are out of order right there. But they went and saw, the big wig, the lady in charge, and they're trying to figure out how they can get Tomorrow Girl home, basically. Get her out of their world. 1994. And so he starts a simulation and basically shows them in her world what she looks like on her side. Very good. It's a good mix between the two, the comic book serious style and then the anime style artwork, manga style artwork over here. So he's showing them how it's gonna work. And then you get to here, and it says to be continued. She doesn't want to leave Misfire since they just became best friends. She does want to get home, but she doesn't want to leave her new friend as well. So then we have a little break. Innovations Press from Patreon right here, showing their comic titles, section 12, of course. And then we jump to a new comic book realm, Silhouette, down here. It's a dark, gritty comic that is included with number 14. It shows some hawks flying around right off the bat. It gives you a little story in there. Again, I'm not going to read all this to you. You can pick these books up and read it yourself or buy the PDF versions. But Silhouette, Metro City Gazette, Evening Edition. Serial killer stalks Metro City. Survival of the fittest is what it's called. Created and written by Anthony Zicari. Artwork by Claudio Sepulveda. It shows the city from above, from the Hawk's point of view. We're talking about a ghost. I watched a movie with a ghost. The main character was the ghost. And next thing you know, things are happening outside. People are getting taken down. People are shooting pool. And then people are getting taken out. by this ghost. The ghost is telling Boss Strazi this can only end one way, one of two ways, and both are bad for you. It's a very Sam and Twitch style artwork, a little bit, not exactly like Sam and Twitch, but that's a feel that it gets. Um, the artwork is not my favorite on this one, uh, but again, kudos to them because they are in Antarctic Press titles. This big hulking dude keeps changing on this, and he goes from this big monstrous dude to a little bit smaller, scrawnier guy. The the continuity could have been better on this one um, when it comes down to it. But he gets into a fight with Ghost. I'm not sure if that's actually her name, but she's getting pounded down pretty hard, and not in that type of situation. Let's clip this little pigeon's wings once and for all. The beginning? Question mark. And then at the end, you get a Tomorrow Girl splash page, full page of her riding on an American jet. There you go. That is 14. That gives you two different comic books in one. Tomorrow Girl was great. Section 12, the players in there are awesome. Uh, I like the story arc that we've got going on in Tomorrow Girl. I like the switch back and forth between the two universes, 1994 and hers. And then Silhouette wasn't horrible, but I would give it one thumbs up. Tomorrow Girl gets two thumbs up. And there we go on to 15. So this is Tomorrow Girl number 15 with Return to Quagmire. And this is the cover. Don't worry, this is not the actual cover because my ink is starting to go out. I got to get some new ink. But right there, Tomorrow Girl 15. You see a Rocket Man back there. And this is number 15, volume 1, 2025, section 12 comics. You can go there, section12.com, for the section 12 social stationary commercial. They're in a besties. They're taking a little selfie together, if you will. And then you got Lenovations Press Patreon right there for your section 12. You can go get all your section 12 titles over there, which I'm sure is a crossover as well. I'm not sure if they're selling Tomorrow Girl crossover on their site or if it's just on Antarctic Press. So you might have to go to both to check it out right there. All right. So Search for Tomorrow Part 3. So we were in the simulation in number 14, but now we're in the real world showing the actual machine built and ready to rock. So now it's about time stand in. You've been calibrating for and testing for days. Whitney, this isn't only a trip to another universe. Tomorrow Girl's home is also in the future. Since we're using Misfire to focus the energy she draws out of Tomorrow Girl, any mistake could prove to be fatal. Everybody's looking serious at each other. Right there. Again, I'm not going to read you everything on the page because, again, the artwork is great. Um, Misfire is drawing the power from Tomorrow Girls. Tomorrow Girls getting weak. She's opening the portal to the other side, and in walks one of the robots from her side of the world to wreak havoc on this world in 1994. So in the past. So now they're trying to take it out, the robots that have come through. So lots of action happening. Tomorrow Girl is starting to wake up. And Nightfall jumps her through the portal, as you see. So now they're in her world over there. She's telling him to look out. Everybody's telling him to look out, and he gets snatched up by the robot. So now everybody's starting to jump through the portal to go help out on that side. And now everybody is starting to look more like Tomorrow Girl in the future setting here. Again, I like the contrast where it's jumping back and forth between hard comics and then the cartoony style. Um, and so Misfire is helping take out the robots. And now more robots are showing up, and everybody jumps into action and starts kicking some arse. Well, now they start to go to the high school. Later at Quagmire High School, shh, call me Heidi when I'm dressed like this. They were calling her Tomorrow Girl, but she's Heidi right now. Everybody's using little pseudo names, or I don't know how you say that word right there. He's Armando up here, not Nightfall. He's wanting to go to lunch, but she's like, no, we got to go do this. And he's dying of hunger in the classroom. They're taking class. They're trying to figure out how to get them back to the past in 1994 as well. So he went to the El Baño, the bathroom. Now they're in science, chemistry, right there. He creates a mist in there that drives everybody out of the hallway, or out into the hallway. Misfire loves some dodgeball while they're in the gym. She's avoiding all the dodge of the balls getting hit. But so many dodgeballs, enough. You already hit me. I'm out. Can you just go to the cafeteria and wait for Heidi? Because he's getting pelted left and right. Now they go to the cafeteria where he can finally eat. And he loves the food. He's going crazy on it all. Whoops. Right here, they're heading out. Heidi or Tomorrow Girl wants to show them some things. It's a little bistro. Besties. It's a little drink joint like a coffee shop. It's got all kinds of different drinks. You're a big boy. Sorry, I just had a big old wolf spider land on my desk, and he's a monstrosity of a guy. Wow, a big old boy. All right, that's the dealings you have to deal with when you live out in the country as setting. You get spiders showing up on a random basis. So they're trying to figure out still how to get back, and more robots are showing up. Now, not much later, and so everybody's back in uniform and kicking some more arse. And now you got the Rocket Man, not far away. Hurry up, she's coming. Von Zoot says this never fails. Gotta light the fuse. You're finished tomorrow, girl. Go get her. Right there. Rocket Man. Seriously? He's wearing a giant bottle rocket. Hey, how do you steer this thing? That's so stupid. At least it came with a parachute. So he overshot her and off he went and lands later on. Now, moments later, Caesar, talking to the robot, he grabs Tomorrow Girl. Tomorrow Girl breaks his grip by the help of Misfire, and they surround him right there. Of course, I'll send you back. Everybody goes back to their own dimension. Heidi says she loves Misfire, and everybody goes back to their side of the fence. And then she's like, "Hold on, I know how you guys can get back here on a regular basis." And she throws the doctor that created all the robots onto that side so that he can help, you know, load up on these things and help them, be able to uh, get back on that side. Well, back on their side in 1994, are you okay, Lucy? No, but I will be. They hold hands, uh, Armando and Misfire. And boom, they walk off, and that's the end of this. There is no extra comic book in this one, so that is it on this. And this was a great little story to go into the Tomorrow Girl realm with all of that. And so, um, highly recommended. 2 thumbs up for this comic book as well. And it's a great continuity story that we started in what was issue 13, 12 or 13 for Tomorrow Girl. So if you haven't picked up the Tomorrow Girls, you can start doing it now. Tomorrow Girl 1 through 15. That's not very many to pick up. Yeah, they're $5 a piece, $4.99. But you know, small investment for a good comic book, right there. And so, you know, it is one of those things that now we got to wait and see what's getting ready to happen in number 16. So until next time, as we like to say, as we leave you, we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good day, everybody.